Hi guys, I am going to do a little video here to help you with your homework. I'm going to do number 24 from your homework from last night, and then we're going to move on to some new things. So just as a recap, you've started taking trinomials and factoring them into two binomials. And when we started, we had both positives, okay? So then your homework last night, you were supposed to do something with this negative. So every single time on these, you are factoring it into the product of two binomials. So you can always start with that. You can always start with your x's, okay? Now, our next job is to say what two numbers multiply together to get us to 18. Those are its factors. So this is two numbers that multiply together to get us to 18. And then that same thing, we're going to add those up and see what the sum of them is. The sum has to be this -9. Okay, so to get a negative here, we're going to need to, the only way to end up with a positive 18 is to do, we can do 1 and 18, but when you add those up, the answer is 19. That's not a negative number. So we can do, the other way to write this to equal a positive number would be multiplying two negative numbers together. Oops. Two negative numbers together. So we've got -1 times -18. Now we've got -19. So we get a negative sum when we do that. So the other factors, we've got 2 and 9. We've also got -2 and -9. Both of those multiplied together get us a positive 18. But when we add those across, we have 11 and -11. So we're still not there yet. We're looking for -9. So we've got 3 and 6. We've also got -3 and -6. Those two negatives make a positive. That gets us to our 18. When we add those up, we get the -9 here that we're looking for. We're looking for the sum of -9. Oops. So once we know which one the answer is, it's this one right here, we're going to just take those two numbers and just put them in here. So I just put in -3 and -6. This right here is your answer. Okay, that's your answer from number 24 from last night. Okay, so what we're adding now is instead of having a positive here, we're having a negative. Okay, so take a minute if you want and try and do this one on your own. See if you can figure out how to get this one. Again, we're going to break it into two, and you will always have the x's here. Okay, so if you want to try that one on your own, that's the new stuff for the day. So we're still going to do factors of -12. Okay, and we want them to add up to, the sum should add up to the number in front of the x. Well, this is implied, a 1 there. Okay, so we're going to say we want the sum to be a positive 1. Okay, now we want factors of -12. Okay, so we know that, well, we can do 1 and 12, but to get it to be negative, one of those needs to be a negative number. So you could make this one negative. We could also do this. Okay, then you can do 2 and 6, 2 and -6, -2 and +6. We can do 3 and -4 and -3 and +4. Every single one of these, if you multiply them together, gets you to -12. There's only one of them that's going to get the sum to be a positive 1. And since I kind of know these ones are going to be big, I know that this one right here is going to be -3 and +4 is a positive 1 if I add those together. This one looks like it might work, but it's a negative because the 4 is more negative. So this one right here, okay, is our answer. And at that point, all you have to do is plug these two numbers in now. So I'm going to take that 3, do -3 and +4. Now you can go check these by foiling. X times x is x squared, then we have 4x and a -3x. That gets us this 1x here, and then -3 times +4 is -12. Okay? Try this last one on your own, and I'll go ahead and do that just to make sure. Factors here, I need it to add up to -3, and then we need to find all the factors, okay, of -10. Well, I can look and say -1 times 10 or 1 times -10. There's always that one. But I thought that's not going to work. So I'm going to go 2 and 5. Let's try 2 times -5 and negative 2 times positive 5. Let's find the sums here. So 2 and then negative 5, if we add those together, is negative 3. This one would have ended up being positive 3, okay? And if you're not seeing it right away, you can go ahead and add these up. This one's 9, this one's negative 9. But since we're looking for the sum of a negative 3, we got it right here. Okay, those two numbers go in my blanks that I should write every single time at the very beginning. Okay, I should have known this part right here automatically. Now all I have to do is plug those two in. I have a positive 2 and a negative 5, and you can always FOIL that out and check it out. Okay, good luck, guys.